They call it CO. But they told me not to call the OT. But because of the Ramadan, so I thought of what is a good Muslim. His name is Taufik. Taufik. It is on that note I want to call another able lieutenants who has contributed and supported in any institution in Africa. He said, in the next 4 years and some months, he wants to make Yaba College of Technology to be 3,000 in the world map of education. Eminent Nigerians, esteemed Nigerians present here today, it's my pleasure, an honor, and humbly introducing to you the 7th Indigenous Rector of Yaba College of Technology, who is also the 7th, coming at the time when the college is 77 years old. The man coming with a name that we are so sure and believe, because every excellent and successful people also work with faith. His name is Dr. Engineer Ibrahim Adedotu Abel. You can say is humility personified, easygoing and also gentle. And when he said, I mean it in essence. We are so blessed and thankful to Almighty God for giving us the man called Dr. Engineer Ibrahim Adedotu Abel. I want you to please
the indefatigable 80-year-old boy Chief Tunde Fanimokun. I want to also respectfully recognize the presence of all his colleagues at Methodist Boys High School, his whole permanent secretaries and head of services who are here present, the family members who are here present, and all members of the DSE Foundation and all the associated foundations are being championed by the Alvaki himself. Leaving that, I will come down to the structure that builds Yaba College of Technology, starting from where it started, from the indigenous level, the first indigenous rector of Yaba College of Technology, GM Okufi. I am sure we all pray to be as old as 92 years before we. Who doesn't want to be 92 years? Is there anybody? 94, sorry. I said 92. The MC is led us. So I am correcting 94 years old. Point of correction. I want to be 94 years old. If you want to be I recognize the 5th Indigenous Director, Dr. Mrs. N.A. Ladipo. And my predecessor in office, Engineer Fanimokun. From there, I want to recognize the members of the Board of Trustees here present. My able lieutenants, without whom I will not be able to stand. The Deputy Directors, Academics, Deputy Director, Administration, and all members of the principal office, the librarian, the registrar, the poster in particular. When you call his name, you have to take his side. With that, I recognize the presence of all deans of schools, directors, heads of departments, and the reason why we are here in this place, the student body of Yaba College of Technology. Without them, we can't be here. I'm here and greatest Yaba. Greatest Yaba. From the President of the Student Union to all his executive members, I stand before you today filled with immense pride and optimism. Optimism for the future of education in Nigeria. This ceremony that marks the groundbreaking moment in Yaba College of Technology history is the beginning of a new chapter. And that chapter is going to be an exciting one. It's a chapter that is telling us that there is future for education in this country. When men of means and substance can stand and say, move, we are behind you. That is what as the rector of this esteemed institution, I am humbled by the vision and dedication. When we say vision, dedication, hard work that have brought us to where we are here today. That vision, dedication, and hard work started from our GM Okufi. You can see how the thing has been going from 1975 when he was a rector of this college up to 2023. When the baton was handed over to me, we can see hard work and dedication to the progress of education in these men and women of character. Today we are here to commemorate the groundbreaking ceremony of the endowment of a legacy project titled Folawiyo Entrepreneurship Center, being endowed by Chief Tunde Fanimokun to the future of education in Nigeria. The Yaba College of Technology is the cradle of tertiary institution in Nigeria. This is where tertiary institution started the journey. And no wonder that we have several endowments that comes our way. As we all know, endowment means a way of putting down permanent funds on providing financial support that will help institutions to grow and continue growing. Yaba Tech today, to the glory of God, is 77 years old. Not as old as Chief Fanimokun, and definitely not as old as Okufi, but definitely that age is telling on the institution. To ensure that we have continuous source of funds, that generations of students will come and meet this legacy, we have several endowments. Before today, the most significant endowment that we have in this college is the 98 acres of land donated at Oduragushi by the late Sir Michael Otedola, with the support of Lady Christine Otedola. But today we are going to rewrite history and witness something that may surpass that. I won't speak much about that now. But in September 2022, under the leadership of Prince Lateef Fagbemi, SAN, who is now the Attorney General of the Federation, the college embarked on a historic 50 billion endowment fund. This came up under the rectorship of Engineer Fanimokun. The endowment fund was ambitious then. You can imagine in 2022, when you mention 50 billion, you look at where would they see that kind of money? Then billion was where it was then. Nowadays you know where it's going to be. So what they took that initiative and launched the endowment fund at that time. They also put in place structures that will ensure that that endowment fund stands the test of time. Apart from the booklet before you that was produced at that launch, they also put in place an endowment fund foundation. That foundation has a board of trustees led by Dr. Kayode Naiji. With that in place, we have an ongoing foundation laid. It is now for those of us coming behind to build on that foundation. When I saw that, when I was aspiring to become the rector of college, I saw that this is a 50 billion endowment fund. How can I key into it? So in my manifesto before the application, I put there that I want to raise 10 billion annually grants and endowments for the college. Translating that by my 50th year, we'll be able to meet that 50 billion endowment. Not knowing that that 50 billion will still become something that we will not be able to, we'll have to rewrite that amount now, because to take the college to where we are, to where we want to be, probably we want to make that 50 billion in 1 year. And I can see that with all of you present here today and all your connections, I think it might be possible for us to make that 50 billion before the end of the year. It's not possible, sir. It's possible, sir. So we maybe by next year we are going to relaunch a new figure for that foundation. Without endowments, after reaching the 50 billion target. We want to reach the 50 billion target in 2024, then we will launch another target for the future and the coming generation. So the one my predecessor laid, after meeting it, I will now lay another target for the coming administration to meet up. Let me fast forward. When I said, when I was applying to become rector of the Yaba College of Technology, apart from setting the target that I want to raise 10 billion annually for that, I also had a magazine, an acronym. I call it consolidating the past and shaping the future. Consolidating the past, making sure that nothing is lost of our past, and taking all advantage of the structure that was built in the past by these eminent personalities they are seated. And then using it to shape the future of the college to something that is more ambitious, more aggressive, and more focused for the future of our generations. And here today, ladies and gentlemen, history is being made. We have the groundbreaking ceremony of a facility that is going to be endowed by our visionary leader. A leader that somebody in his coinage of his name said, "This is the best governor Lagos never had." I'm referring to Chief Tunde Fanimokun. He has a philosophy, and that philosophy is coined PEG, P-E-G. I don't know, members of the Yaba community will know ERECT, because ERECT is the acronym that the rector carries all about. But here Chief Tunde Fanimokun has PEG as the acronym for his philosophy. And P there stands for philanthropy, the E stands for entrepreneurship, and the G for what? Good governance. Thank you. And that is what we are writing in history today. Today is about groundbreaking ceremony for the Forum Entrepreneurship Center. With us, as conceived, this entrepreneurship center will not just be an academic building. It is going to be a vibrant hub that will symbolize our commitment to excellence, progress, and nurturing generations of successful entrepreneurs who will contribute to our national development. Gone are the days when graduates are being prepared for white-collar jobs or for blue-collar jobs. Nowadays, graduates are to be prepared to be employers of labor, even while in school.
Citation about my father. I'll make it very brief like I've promised. Since I know what I'm here to do, I'll do justice to it. Reading a brief citation on Chief Tunde Fanimokun. I don't have the power to ask Baba to stand up. That is why I didn't say anything. For Baba has chosen to get up, they did not know how you said. Thank you very much. But that clap wasn't enough. We were not writing our final exams in the secondary school. When we suddenly realized we didn't have a mathematics teacher. Don't laugh. Somebody just reminded them, and they sent someone to us come and teach us mathematics. And the man came. The first day we could ever have, and said, "Yes, class, do you know what we have today?" And of course we didn't know now. What was the answer? No, we didn't. I said, there's nobody teaching you what you're going through. And we went out. They came back another time, almost ready for the same game. We all thought we should do it a different way. This time around, I want to say the exact opposite. And he asked the same question. Do you know what we are going to do today? And we all told us, yes. And I said, good. There's no point teaching you what you already know. And we went out. Thank you for saying that. You are worried and disturbed. What are you going to do? Okay, class, let's better accept it to true. You say yes, you say yes. The man came in the third time and asked the same question. Class, do you know what you want to do today? have a chorus, yes, and the other, I know, I said, beautiful. Let those who know, teach those who do not know. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a very brief session, and I'll make sure to make it very brief. Go ahead. This is a brief session, a lot of fun. Have I saw you on the seat again? Tunde, Fanimokun, Yaba. Bàbá ẹ pẹ́ fún wa o. Ẹ ṣàmì. This session is on a distinguished discussion. I won't say the question, I'm sure you know what we mean. Èkó akéde ìlú ọgbọ́n. I will sing one little chorus of and I'll begin like this. Àwa ló lè kó òye. Àwa ló lè kó òye. Àwa ló lè kó òye. Bàbá Tunde. Àwa ló lè kó òye. Bàbá Ṣèyí. Àwa ló lè kó òye. Bọ̀dá Bùdọ́ọ̀lù. This is a business center. I want to serve this country diligently. Lagos in particular without any blemish. We are happy to have such a person from whom can learn a lot from. These days we have the politicians, they say so many things. Why do you want you to vote for them? But when they enter the office, I won't say more than that. Thank God we have a man that we are learning a lot from. This citation is only a true story, which chronicles a quintessential Nigerian Fanimokun, a development economist with specialization in project planning and development programming. A state administrator and former permanent secretary in the Lagos State Public Service, where he served in the executive governor's office under Alhaji Chief Dr. Lateef Kayode Jakande. You see, namely, Economic Development Department and Ministry of Land Matters. Later under Group Captain Governor in the Ministry of Trade and Industry, and also in the Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperatives between 1979 and 1985. I remember when our rector was talking, he said, that was the best governor Lagos ever had. Can you please give Baba another round of applause? Thank you. He served Lagos State meritoriously for 16 years and opted for voluntary retirement in 1985 at the age of 40. Wow. Immediately after, precisely on the 9th April, and that's why we have this program today, 9th April. Precisely on the 9th April 1985, he commenced serving the Yinka Fulawoyo Group, YFG, as the Executive Director of Projects in the Business Management Conglomerate, approximately 40 years to date. He is now a life director of the same Yinka Fulawoyo Conglomerate as per the will of the founding father, Alhaji Chief Dr. W.I. Anybody to write his will that my staff should show according to that kind of instruction and all. Many therefore are eloquent testimony of the inestimable and everlasting appreciation of the prosperous business empire. Chief Tunde Fanimokun is also an accomplished management consultant who coordinated successfully the turnaround program TAP of the Beach Resorts Estate, BRE, Lekki Peninsula, Victoria Island, Lagos, as a deed for the only private estate, OPE, where I am over the past 15 years, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, are we together? Yes. God bless you all. Over the past 50 years, Chief Tunde Fanimokun was the coordinator of multiple landmark projects, MPLS, especially in the Lagos real estate, education, and economy. And I'll mention some of them. Lekki Peninsula Development Scheme, the Oderu Private Estate, Victoria Island Annex, Millennium Homes Estate, Victoria Island, Osborne Foreshore Estate, Ikoyi, Parkview Estate Extension, Ikoyi, Foreshore Estate, Ikoyi. There would be a Banana Island in police consumption planning. In the year 2001, especially appointed on personal merits and pedigree, the patron of the region, the Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria, the umbrella national body of Abuja on estate development matters in the country. And from inception, in the year 2013, it serves as a pioneer and prominent member of the Armed Forces. Association of Lagos Retired Heads of Service and Permanent Secretaries, a vital advisory body to the Lagos State Government on all development matters in the state. And recently, the great mega smart city, Snake Island Project, SIP Badagry, one of the latest great projects. Simultaneously with another BIS model, Badagry, and a 400 megawatts power generation plant. Please once again, clap for Baba. Looking at the king's mouth, one thing he never saw from his mother's house. Methodist Primary School, Lagos. Methodist Boys High School, Lagos. Now see that. Comprehensive High School, from Kuwait to Kumset. University of Ife. The Institute of Administration at Yaba, and the International Institute of Economic Planning and Development, Italy. Oh, no. You see, for a man of such a pedigree, he also went into communications. He is the author of a 400-page book titled Jack and Day, His History. His story. Okay, his story is history. Beautiful title. And there are a lot of applause for Baba. That was in 2009. I also authored 2 other books. And his mentor, benefactor, role model, and father, His Eminence, Alhaji Chief Dr. Wahab Falawiyo, OFR, CON, Pioneer Baba of Nigeria. The other 2 books are titled Yinka Falawiyo, Excellence in Entrepreneurship.
Will it be right to continue like this?
Titled Yinka Falawiyo, Excellence in Entrepreneurship, 1998. 2. Yinka Falawiyo, Philanthropy, as Divine Stock, Exchange, 2009. Now, philanthropy. Chief Tunde Fanimokun's legacy, private projects, is the DSE Foundation, 2012, a unique model in philanthropicalism, with the motto "Future without poverty." It means that has a lot in store for everybody. For the propagation and promotion of the visionary mission of PEG, mentioned by the Director, philanthropy, entrepreneurship, and good governance, with the slogan "Doing well and doing good to the community." God bless you. Team has a large scope of community services is simultaneously involved in, and has a very long list of awards and titles. Marital status. I wonder why we should even talk about that. Chief Tunde Fanimokun is happily married since 1972 to a darling and old classmate, the attitude we are talking about, let's say attitude of a British better and of a Ghana origin. Upon you see, and they have lovely grown up children and grandchildren. Thank you very much. I thought I was expecting to see Madam here today, but I will describe her for you. You know, when he was talking about essays the other time, he said it's reading lesson, narrating lesson. But I'll say just one thing about Madam. Just one sentence. So beautiful. So pretty, so scintillating, so lovely, and highly irresistible. Ladies and gentlemen, the program I need, I am
I thought that was incredible. What we are doing today is making me feel younger. I feel more like a student, and I feel our younger will continue the journey. But at 80, I don't have to call you Baba. I call you Baba boy. I've been hearing about Yaba One of them is Sheikh Sami, who worked over 40 years ago. You could see he was very brilliant. Other consultants, and I've been asked of him and learned he has located the hometown. And today I have one of the products here, Kofo and with the mother. I believe to do very well in our lineup. What we have actually doing is marvelous. It was the progress of this country, and God will continue to help. While thanking the doctor, I want to thank also the management and staff members. All my most distinguished guests give you recognize. I want to thank in particular the students of Yaba Tech. I call it Yaba Tech the Great. But let me caution you. I didn't say great Yaba Tech. I said Yaba Tech the Great. Because when you talk of great things, that's the only one. And that's the only university. First indigenous sector at 95, want to read without me, I feel highly honored. Baba, thank you very much for the conditions of faith. I also want to thank the past lecture. It's no more six, but the document prepared during the time is what the people here today. This is a very topic. I was preparing for my birthday program when one of my aides, Pereira, are you here? And he brought it to me. And reading through it, I got roots to that birthday. Was inviting. He said he was inviting people for investment in the future. That's a powerful statement. Some founding fathers, 77 years ago, planted this institution. They have been producing, and God will let them produce more. Once I talk of the future, that's the missionary leadership, and that's one of the things we need in this country. Opening the paper further, the 3 pages that my introduction was very powerful. Very, very powerful and inspiring. And I started asking myself, if I have a decision taking about the greatness of this country, what am I bothering myself going to other institutions? And that's why I said, it will be that one or two great powerful introduction by the then lecturer inspired me a lot. And one other thing I'm not going to talk to now is that your then chairman of council, SAN, James Latif, family, I've never met him, but I like him a lot. Because of the students, he always reminds me of my own Fanimokun, the way he handled this. And I learned now that he also contributed to my inspiration when I read it. Having said that one, I want to share with you my thoughts on this occasion on 10 bullet points. The bullet points I will not repeat, I will just mention them. Within the allotted time, I will finish all of them. But for a start, let me mention the 10. I'm asking myself what is entrepreneurship. That is where I'm here today. I also want to tell you how I got transition from public service into the private sector without any plan. I wasn't planning to leave, but immediately then they had their own agenda. One inquiry after the other, and I was telling them, you are wasting your time. You will never get anything from me from them. I was saying that with confidence, but I was a second man, and therefore they did no other thing than thinking about the good of this country, about the treatment of the poor, about providing housing, about doing medical land, etc. material, and I was 100% with him. That was telling the village government educated university, it was the intention. And as I was saying that one, it was getting intention. I know Tunde Fanimokun very well. He's a man of intelligence. He will not find anything. So when I got to the point, I had to resign. Voluntarily, I said, enough is enough. They thought I was running away for something. They grabbed me and made a quiet for me for about 6 months. At the end of the day, I got a clean record of the and I started me to IPP, Maradona, and appointed me of the Nigerian National Bank for the business of this country. So what I'm telling you today is to plan catalog how I move from the public sector to the private sector. On getting to the private sector, what's happened? I was invited by Chief Folawiyo. I left government on a Friday. The following day, Chief Folawiyo heard about it and said, thank God, I've got somebody who will help me do my empire. He invited me and asked me to come and join me. I said, Baba, what time you have just left this public service? Knowing the ministry, they are going to investigate me. And behold, the following Monday, the security was in the house. I will bring my passport, official one, to the private one. I will come and give them my answer. I said, you are wasting your time. They said they were not wasting their time. And I told Baba Folawiyo, let me finish with the ministry. I'll come and work for you. He said, if you call Gambo, the then inspector, I said, what is your business with Gambo? Give me no problem, sir. The day they gave me no case to answer, I got him for that real, get my office ready, I'm coming there, 8 to 9, that's why the day I started going for that real, and it has been a transition which God guided. Number 3, I want to say how I've got engaged, involved in entrepreneurship. It is a subject so dear to my heart. But when I got to Folawiyo, I didn't know much about entrepreneurship. But when I got to know it, I discovered that Yaba was also an entrepreneur. That is somebody doing innovation, doing audacious projects, embarking on things that people know nothing about. One of them is electric. When that one came in, he said the end of Lagos was 1004. Tunde Fanimokun, the department will open that place for me. I want to open it down to a point, 90 kilometers. I have no time to employ any consultant. You must get your consulting from your ministry. And that was what it is. So today when you hear about Dangote building in the mind, I just laugh and thank God Almighty. I was privileged to work with somebody like that one. When I got to the private sector, what happened? It happened that Baba Folawiyo had his mission very clear. He had made a lot of money and he had ready to invest 400 million pounds. 400 million pounds. That was what people like to do. Come and handle this type of thing for me. I know you not see my money. I know you have the name. I know you are from all sorts of things that will inspire one. And that was the empire gave to me. And that was what I've been doing over the last 40 years. By the time I questioned, move out to say no, you are not going anywhere. Stay behind and everyone will know for themselves. And that's what I'm doing. So the other point I want to mention briefly is that I now got excited. How did this man get to where he is today? And I said, Baba, how did you start your business? There I sit down. And he gave me a long lecture of how he started. It's a very simple man. And I now realize what he was doing was entrepreneurship. Improving himself, trying to build upon what he had, and it was till he died, the man was building his empire. And that adaptation gave me an exposure. Therefore, item number 6, I have to publish a book on him to let the world know how the collaborators started his journey. There are many opportunities of many more collaborators in this country. If the atmosphere is right, if the institution preparing them is right, not all of us will go for white-collar jobs. People will create jobs, will employ. I mentioned the other time that the investment of collaborators for the demonstration was 400 million as at that time. That's about 40 years ago. My chief accountant did calculation for me. At the current forex rate, as at last Friday, 5th of April, that amounts to 650 billion naira. For a single man, you have done that work. Imagine if you have more collaborators, many that we have. And that is where we have to make for our country. Diversification is the answer to our problem. We don't need to get better to come. And we have to build on what we have. The founding fathers of the World Bank, they said so 1944, 80 years ago, there is no end to prosperity. There may be end to poverty, but there is no end to prosperity. So the philosophy I have is that we should try and reduce poverty to the barest minimum. And you can only do that when you generate revenue and you try to help people. What I'm doing today, I'm doing it from the bottom of my heart. I'm doing a good job. If you come to funding fathers 7 years ago, when they established, they just for before Nigeria independent, that we need certain figure of people who will nurture this country. And that's what we're trying to do. Right now, we have the opportunity of laying a stronger foundation. I think that congratulations. I can tell you, this one that we are doing, I'm 100% committed. The other point I want to stress is the question of how myself I got involved with entrepreneurship. I'm forever a student. I continue learning. Because learning is said from cradle to the cradle. So after studying collaboration, after writing a book about it, I started asking myself, can you not be collaborative too? Or prepare some other people as collaborative? And I started to study what is now known as 13 golden cases of wealth creation in the world. Those who have made money in this country, they are about 13. So if you want to know more about them, come and consult me. It's not so anything well in the world. Well, I just cornered about 4 or 5 of them. I said I will not go to competition with him. I will go for my own skills. And the two are actually they are working me very handsomely. One of them is management consultancy service. I will use my experience in government, in private sector to help some other people. But in doing so, I will take my own share of it. That's the definition of management consultancy. To help them improve, but along the line, and then blow on it. That was one of the things that we were able to mention. I was doing this job for the bank and they liked it. I said I will improve the selling price of your plots from 50 million to 250 million. They couldn't believe it. But then it became a reality, they wanted to snatch it away from me. I said that it was stealing intellectual business. And I went to court. And by 8th of December last year, I got the judgment. Even me, I won't mention the figure. The director is the liberty. What I'm trying to do now is get my investor to know how to do this funding. But they are writing this to talk about it. So, everyone has got the way of Yaba. Especially now that we said your target for 10 per annum. We'll talk about it. But as the report goes, we have $17 trillion idle funds globally. People have money. Wealth management, they are looking to where to put their money. By the time I see you in knocking the door, some of them, you are likely to get something. Number 8 was that if Allah will give you something I will never ever forget. I didn't know he was so much impressed with what I was doing. He gave the platform to me, nobody between us, he had confidence in me to tell people, look, if I'm not around, anything seems like tell people, just go ahead. But it got to a stage when I was given the title of Abaki by the Oniru family. I now became the chief. Many times people was telling people, leave me alone. Anything you need, ask Mr. Fanimokun. I said, chief. The first time I said so, my wife is here. What is so? My chief now, what is so? But you forget, as other people may be Muslim community from north or somewhere, don't bother me. Whatever I say, Mr. Fanimokun, I said, chief. So it inspired me to study more about entrepreneurship. It inspired me to look inward to see what I can do. And what I eventually decided to do at the age of 69 was to establish what is now known as DSC Foundation. That is, how can you help other people, education-wise, training-wise, opportunities, investment, etc. I have no other thing I've been doing over the last 20 years than to see and see how I can help other people. I believe God has been so wonderful in my own life. I was fortunate to be the Random Muslim family. What I will handed over to me is diversification plan. I not just he not allow me to go. And when he died, before he died, so what we are doing today is pay back for the goodness of God Almighty of me, for the good family that brought me up, and for the circumstance of my service in the public service. I was in charge of land. Was that one day to have no for me to do any nonsense at all. No. So when I hear something about this, I just laugh and wonder where this country is going. But I will talk for another day. So for now, I'm now writing up to say that DSC Foundation was established in 2012, but I used about 8 years to do the planning, to know about the structures I wanted to use. So by 2020, I now wrote DSC. I have this foundation, I want to start working. They said, where is the money coming from? I said, from here. Which financing is I said, from here. So what do we do? I said, look, if the talent given to me by God Almighty, the opportunity I had, I've used it to help people to build what it is today, including the Banana Islands. It was built within 6 months. Without government money, we were doing promotion and people are paid. And if I could do that work, I want to do something that can generate money for me, I will put into my foundation. And by the time I mentioned 6 of my projects, the following day they gave me my certificate. So I have a certificate saying that it's not a foundation that is sourcing for money or begging or something. No. It's generating money on its own to be able to carry out this assignment. So what I'm going to do is coming from my resourcefulness. It's coming from my appreciation of what I've achieved in life. And more importantly, with the Folario, the incident happened when we were commissioning his house at Manon. It was a one-story building with 4 flats. He was using one as guest house and using another one to receive visitors. The remaining 2 as and when necessary. When I joined Baba Tola, we got to do together very much. They were wasting this land. One story building on this pipeline in Ikoyi, especially you are using one assessment. You have your wife in another flat. You will know that you are around, and you are around with, you know what I mean? There was my business. I left my business, I want to do that land. Said, okay, what do you want? In a short time, so that we all and handed over the site to me. Immediately I did that one, I got the contractor. I don't have contractor. I built my own house I built 40 years ago. And I never have been money that way. I'm not paying the cost for whatever you get there and cover the search. And because it was a functioning house, sanitary where were there. Window, all these doors, they were able to make a lot of money. And they came back to thank me that thank God we did not even check anything. When I went to see Ola, I said, Baba, the building is down. It has been knocked down. He said, how much is it going to cost? I said, nothing. They were doing it. And I told him the method I used. He just said, you and this was that one method. So because the building knocked down without paying the cost, it's now on to piling. I said, Baba, I will do it in my own way. Because about 4 contractors who did the great building. The man is not here, I knew, and QS for over 40 years. But the one who recommended this one, it was a new fighting company. And I went to Baba and said, this is the company I want. Therefore, no, because the first go ahead. Not long after, some of the other buildings went to Colario, we put in a bid for your filing what he said, whatever Fanimokun decides, that is the right time. Because he believes I will not do this. That filing was completed. The design was for a 7-story building of 17 apartments. And I went back to Colario. He was then the chairman of GITA. I said, Baba, get us a good price from GITA. And he did. After that one, I said, all the building materials, let your London office help us buy. He allowed me. And he was approved the payment without coming to the site. And that is the height of it. When now I invited Colario, the man, to come and see what I've done, he couldn't believe it. He was looking at it, a 1-story building that this pastor was saying he wanted to demolish, and he demolished. It's not 7-story. I didn't know it was so much in place. He said, when I went to commission, and then in 2 months' time, he will get. So he made arrangements, but gave me one instruction. Say, I want to do the prayer on the very low key. And that was a thing. Before that day of commissioning, 3 or 4 of the apartments had been taken. 3 years later in advance, Papa told me, I'm a magician. What happened? I said, that's all the things I learned from that one. And you get to where you are going to commission right. So we commissioned it that day, and that is one thing like that I always cherish. We were about to start the prayer when people just said, Tunde, get up. And I stood up. Every other person was on mat. Baba was the one sitting on chair. 2 of my friends, I mentioned in my speech, the president of our Lagos and the inspector general of police, my good friend, Muslim Smith, they were coming to the function and they saw me standing. One of them, I suspect, the other of our Lagos, they are Tunde to share the hand. When prayer at the grave is not for him, it's for this man's time. Since joining my empire, he has done this, he's training my children, he's doing this, he has done this, posting, he's wanted everything. That was the special promise and prayer for me that in life I will also have my own empire. And 65 years after, with the training I got from that one year ago, I'm also not invited in the world of everything. What I have in my speech, let me know that the migration has had the blessing of God. I was fortunate to have some fathers who nurtured me, who prepared me for what I am to be. And I'm happy about it all. So what I'm saying now is that let us lay our foundation very well for our students, for our children, and for the unborn. Those who established this institution 7 years ago, they are not expecting their children to come. Let us lay our foundation for the future, and that's what I'm doing. I'm supporting you, and the money we are using is my foundation money. We wanted to use this for the PIS in Badad, but I told my colleagues, this is more important today than that one. And already PIS in Victoria Island, 23-year-old, you can do that one later. Even when you want to do it, you have 50 acres of land, you have to be sanitary. The place has to take about some time, and they all are free with it. So the money we are using for it, which is 3.5 billion naira. But I'm doing it in a country manner. I don't want any bureaucracy. I don't want to have any other thing. My team of consultants will meet you, we work out the modalities, and by the grace of God, we shall deliver the business. Entrepreneurs who also influenced me include Dr. Mike Adinga. I did not know him, he met me for the first time, but where he has his building now, I gave it to him, virtually free of charge. And he loved me so much. As he was going, I was enjoying his strength, size, and business. Same thing with Femi Legola. He also got close to me. At the time I seen him come and become governor of Lagos, there was another one was who was coming to my house every time. He became so familiar with my son. I was telling him how he started his business. Those are the techniques that I got to know that entrepreneurship is a weapon good for the development of any country, particularly Nigeria. The opportunities are enormous. And people are talented. I'm asking you to do your best in making good use of this center that we are making for. It's not for our own, but for the good of the community. The last but not the least is a favorable quotation that I like. And it's attributed to Aliko Dangote. He said, the greatest secret in the world is Nigeria. The greatest secret in the world is Nigeria. I can't remember when he said, but I interpreted it in my own way. This man is telling us that Nigeria has inexhaustible abundance. You can become whatever you have from everywhere. The project started by selling the shoes or something in the boot of his car. He's now the richest man in Africa. He's now the richest man among the black race. If Dangote will make himself that way, why not our new ones? That's the question we are asking. We don't need them to well taught, and it's tough for all of us. For us to relying on oil and gas, we are not exploring new opportunities is unfortunate, and that is the example that Scholar He not only put back in society, he started building upon that one. We had so many other new things, like oil, like buildings. It was a continuous thing. Prosperity has no end. Mr. Rector, you are doing this thing in your time. We hope and pray those come behind you will appreciate it. We will further on this, and I said there are many more things to discuss.
While driving safely, we broke on still levels to be here. So I apologize once again, and I stand on all existing protocols. Well, I've been asked to do a response from the family. And it's a very difficult task, simply because we don't have enough time this afternoon for me to talk about Chief Fanimokun or talk about his impact on our group of companies or his impact on me personally. Like I said, he is my mentor. 1985, when he joined the group, was the same year I returned from my studies, and basically I was put under his wing to learn and to grow. And to the glory of God today, if I have to name 3 people who impacted my life, Fanimokun will be one of them. Again, I could talk about so many examples. But I think one of the things that hit me very quickly as a young graduate, worker, and so on, was Chief Fanimokun's office was directly opposite my office in our then Unity House premises. And I was a JJD. And then I would see all these important people who were coming to see our chairman. And all of them would first go to Chief Fanimokun's office. This gentleman, why everybody, military officers, but all sorts of people would just say, listen, they'll come in and they go to. Then as they come out, they'll say, I can't do better with Chief Fanimokun. What's that? Ilẹ̀ tí àwọn kí ń jẹun sí ní Victorian extension, àwọn náà fún mi. Yes, this is the architect of Victorian extension. Most people may not know that. He designed allocated land without any kickbacks, without any gratification, that people will just come in and just tell you, please thank you. I don't know if he actually remembers, because his memory is impeccable. He remembers dates, he remembers times, he remembers projects. And then you see from there, that was before I got here, I had experienced how people. Then he embarked on the Union project. I still have a gentleman who will remain nameless, former technocrat, who every year still sends me texts to say thank you for introducing to Chief Fanimokun, where he and his family live now after retirement, was introduced to him and saw to him at what do you call that? The first one should be like complimentary. It was an expression he used to use for the first set of land himself. I forget the expression. They were lower rates because they were the seeds. He would design it in such a way that the first people who came would get the lower rates. I forget the name he used to call them in those days. Then he would sell, and people, of course, at that time didn't understand what he was doing. So those who were smart enough would buy at that rate, and they became instant millionaires if they wanted to sell, or in this particular case, the man and his family had lived there since retirement. I also got some complimentary plots of land. Again, Chief, brother, I guess, Chief will knock on your door and say, Chief, who will not answer, and who will answer. How worry about child for application. So that's the kind of person Chief is. So like I said, I can stand here all day and wax later about it. But on the professional side, Chief was the architect of what we call a diversification process in from the year 1985 to basically retired, because we got involved in areas of enterprise that had not looked at before, and which Chief, in his usual very, very meticulous way, studied, dimensioned, and then came with proposals. So I learned so much from him, and it's such a great pleasure to be here today, to be celebrating him at 80. Because normally he's not celebrating people, so it's his turn now, but in the usual style, it's his birthday boy. So don't tell me by example. So So, what he's doing here in terms of the endowment is just totally not unexpected, because that's the kind of person she is. And because but with an incredible sense of purpose and laser focus. And it's only when it's finished, unless you happen to be in his proximity, that you see some of the things cooking. But if you're not in his proximity, you just, one day you just look like I've done this and I've done that. And
even when I'm in the kitchen, I have my pen beside me. Because by the side of the bed, I have several pens. Each time he calls me, he remembers something he wants to say. That is why I have my pen around me all the time. He has impacted a lot of us, my family and me. Even my son, who has just finished his master's in Cardiff, will always call me. I used to do Baba's job. I said, which other job can I do if it's not Baba's job? Like the motto of the Boys Guide. I'm always ever ready. That's their motto. Be prepared. I'm forever be prepared. I keep making the same mistake. It's the birthday boy. Most times I wonder why Papa has not been recognized. He's an unsung hero. Before now, he's staging one. My daddy, my boss, and my mentor. When I got to his house this morning, I saw 3 projects that he's planning to work on. Massive projects, bigger than the state projects. I said to my husband, I got in Papa you. For those of you who don't understand Yoruba, it's great. I got down from the car and I looked at the projects. 3 big islands around Banana Island. Papa is already working. Birthday boy is already working on them. I'm not even started. I'm beginning to have headache. Papa is an unsung hero. I look at people giving national award and I kept asking myself, why haven't they recognized Papa? Why haven't they recognized the birthday boy? You see people with GCON, CFR, CON. I think Papa is the birthday boy deserves the highest award. And for those of you, it's not for me. And for those of you who are in the committee of the national award, please remember that you have one young man who deserves to be awarded. It's a great gift to Lagos, to Lagos State, and to Nigeria in general. I invite the 6 P's that I learned from him. The 6 P's are prior planning, prevents poor performance. Even while planning in my kitchen, I still invite the 6 P's. I'm going to cook egusi soup. I must remember that I must buy shower, I must buy goat meat, I must buy crayfish and so on. If you can invent these 6 P's in your life, you will succeed in whatever you plan. I don't know how much I can go on. I can keep going on and on and on. I want to thank you all. Happy birthday once again, because it's the only person I know happy birthdays. 6th of March is celebrated that, and September 25th, I think.
To lay the first set of blocks that will be laid by the sponsor, the chief promoter, in person of Chief Tunde Fanimokun. We want to do this to the glory of the future of our students in this college. Those that we know now and those that are still coming that we are yet to know that will benefit from this. And after their studies, they will turn up to be successful businessmen like the person whose name we are using to symbolize the center. We want to create so many followers as Chief Baba Fanimokun has said. So we will hand over to Chief to do the groundbreaking to the glory of God.
Don't enter.
Move back to. Are you good?
Leave that place, boy.